Hi guys. Okay, so I usually don't share videos. I'm not one to get up and talk and stuff, but I just feel like I'm supposed to do this. So I am here and I'm doing this. It's not a live video, but here we go. All week long, the Lord's been ministering to me with this song. It's called Take Courage by Christine DeMarco. Most people know I'm a worshiper, and if you don't, you do now. I listen to worship all the time. It's in my car, it's at my home, it's at my house. My kids know that when they come to the house, there's gonna be worship music playing. When somebody's down, turn on worship music. It's just a thing in our house. We are big worshipers in our house, and somebody's always playing an instrument. But that song has been playing on repeat in our house all week long, and I've known why the Lord's ministering to me with that song. But the more I have sought what the Lord was trying to say to me, the more I felt like I was supposed to actually share it with you guys. So here goes. Okay, I'm gonna be vulnerable a little bit. I've been going through some health issues that have been extremely discouraging to me, and it's gotten me down a little bit. And so every single time I've gone through a little bit of discouragement, I've gotten down, my go-to is music, of course, like I just said. So this week I've been going to that song, and I've just kind of been down about it, about everything that's going on with me. And the Lord started talking to me about, I didn't intend for you to sit and wait for that promise. And I said, okay. And he reminded me that we all have a promise. And of course, I know that. I know we have a promise. And what that means is, I know the Lord has spoken to me about things that I'm supposed to do in my life, and things that I'm going to do in my life, and things that I'm called to do, and that are going to happen in my life. And things that are going to happen for my husband, and things that are going to happen for my children that I'm going to be a part of. And so I already know the end results. And so this thing right now that's happening in my life is temporary. And it may really, really suck. It may really, really be horrible that I'm going through this, but I can't just sit. I can't just sit in this space. He did not intend for me just to sit and wait for that promise to happen. He did not mean for me just to sit, okay, God, I know those promises are happening, so I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to wait on those promises to happen. He intends for me to get up, to stand up on my feet, and to walk forward towards those promises, regardless of what my circumstance looks like, regardless of what my environment looks like. He intends for me to stand up and walk towards those promises. I've got a job to do, and I have to do it. There are people that need to hear things about God. I've got a job to do. And so I started feeling like, okay, God, okay, I'm getting in trouble for this, because I was kind of soaking in my discouragement a little bit. So I really just feel like I'm supposed to tell you guys, no matter what you're going through, no matter what thing you have gone through in the past that's still holding you down, or what thing you're currently going through, you have a promise, first of all. I encourage you to seek the Lord. I encourage you to, right after my first husband died, I clung to this verse, Exodus 14:14. All you have to do is be still, and he will fight for you. And I did. I loved that verse was key to my healing, and I clung to that the whole time. But Exodus 14:15, he says, why are you crying for me? Tell my people to move forward. And that's the verse that I cling to now. And there is a time in your healing, no matter what you're going through, there is a time when you need to be still and seek him. But that act of seeking him itself is moving forward. You're seeking him. And when you're seeking him, I'm encouraging you to ask him, what promise do you have for me? What goal do you have for me? What dreams do you have for me? I'm probably going to get emotional right now, but I encourage you to seek the Lord. The Bible says to seek and knock. and the door will be open. It also says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not into your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. Not just some of your ways, but all of your ways. And he will direct every single step you take. And that means he wants you to get up. He wants you to walk. Those steps, every single step you take, those are steps that you're taking towards that promise. Meaning, he wants you to move forward. He doesn't want you to sit. He doesn't want you to sit in your discouragement. He doesn't want you to sit in your sickness. He doesn't want you to sit in your depression. He doesn't want you to sit in any of that stuff. He wants you to get up and move forward. And it's such an encouragement to me. He's been ministering to me so much. You might be going through, what you might be going through might look horrible to you or feel horrible to you. But stand up and ask him, what is my promise, God? And then move towards that, because what you're going through right now is only temporary. My sister and I were talking about the other day. I was like, when people come to me and ask me why things happen, I know the promises of God. I know the goodness of God. I know the love of God. And I can talk about that all day long. But when people come and say, well, why did that happen? Why does this happen? We're only here. We're only on this earth for a minute. If we think about it in our flesh, we think about it as this is our life. The time that we are here on this earth, this is our life. But we were actually created when the Lord created you, when he thought of you for an eternity. He wants to spend an eternity with you. And he created you for that eternity. So the time that you're here on this earth is only for a minute. So I started thinking of it like, this is my job. The time that I'm here, it's like I'm going to work. So the time that I'm here, this body that I'm in, it's like my car. It's like my vessel that I'm in. So the time that I'm right here on this earth, I've got a job to do. And I've got people to love. And I've got people that God wants me to go and share the love of God. And he wants me to share what he's brought me through and my testimony. And I've got a job to do. I can't sit in my discouragement. I can't sit in my fear. I can't sit in anything that Satan tries to throw my way. I can't, because I know that God has a promise for me. So I encourage you that no matter what you're going through, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like, stand up. Because it's not, my daddy always says, it cannot stay cloudy forever. It might look cloudy around you. It might look like the biggest thunderstorm is going on around you, but behind the clouds, the sun is always shining. And the clouds cannot stay there forever. They won't stay there forever. He told me that when my husband died. And I didn't believe him. I was like, this is the most horrible time of my life. I can't even begin to imagine how I'm going to get through this. I can't even begin to imagine a life outside of this. How this feeling is ever going to go away. But it did. The sun, it came back out. It came back out, and God restored my life, and God brought happiness to my life and joy to my life again. And he can, whatever you're going through, he's going to do that again for you. So I encourage you, stand up and ask the Lord, what promise do you have for me? And go towards that. Seek, knock, ask. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he's going to direct every single path you take, every single path. When I was a little girl, this is going to sound crazy. I'm serious. It's really going to sound crazy when I say this out loud, but I was a little girl. Keep in mind, like kindergarten, first grade, little girl. And at that time, there was, that was the time when those colored casts, the people would break their arm and they would come to school with the bright colored casts on their arm. I used to, every night before bed, I would pray. I would say, dear God, I want to break my arm tomorrow. Please help me break my arm tomorrow. I'm going to crawl on the monkey bars. Would you please help me fall off the monkey bars so that I can get one of those bright colored casts? It was crazy. And so the next day I would go to school and I would crawl up on top of the monkey bars, and I would sit there and I would wait for God to knock me off the monkey bars. And of course, he never did. And the other day when I was praying, he brought that memory back to mind. And he said, I would have never knocked you off those monkey bars. I love you too much. I'm going to take care of you. I was there with you then, and I'm there with you now. And so, I mean, it just brought such peace and such comfort to me, because he's not going to knock me off those monkey bars, and he's not going to let me fall now. And he's walking right beside me every step that I take through whatever I'm going through. He's walking with me every step. So he's walking with you too. And I just wanted to share this with you. I thought it was some encouragement. And I just, if you're having a good day today, great. Keep having a better one. If you're not having a good day, I'm believing that you're going to have a better one. And just look up, because the sun's there. I love you guys. Bye.